Hello everyone, my name is Neil Dunne. I'm an accounting academic at Trinity and I'm also the Program Director for our Postgraduate Diploma in Accounting. So I'm going to talk a little bit to you about that program today. Okay, so the first thing to think about is why accounting as a career. Remember, this is a conversion program, so it's designed for students who are moving into accounting from other areas. So the first question they might ask is, well, what is attractive about accounting as a career? Well, we think of accounting as the language of business, really, and accountants occupy senior positions around the world. Now, 3 of the popular destinations for accountants are practice, industry, and financial services. So let's talk a little bit about those 3. Okay, so practice involves working for an accounting firm, basically. So you're going to have a range of clients. You'll be providing services to those clients, such as audit, corporate finance, taxation, and consultancy. Financial services, that could involve investment banking, insurance, risk management, financial modeling, mergers and acquisitions. Industry is when you work as an accountant for a firm that is not a firm of accountants itself. So you could be the accountant for someone like Facebook, for Tesco, for McDonald's, and again, the list is kind of endless. So that's just to give you a quick overview of where accountants end up. There's other areas as well, but a lot of accountants end up either in practice, financial services, or industry. Suffice to say that the employment opportunities for, qualified accountants are extensive. Okay, just in terms of the program structure, so at Trinity we have Michaelmas term and Hilary term. Michaelmas term is semester 1. So that runs more or less from September to December. So you will have 6 subjects. You'll have financial accounting, tax, audit, company law, financial management, and management accounting. For each of those subjects, you will have 8 classes, and each class will be 3 hours long. And then at the end of that, you will have exams on those 6 subjects. Presuming you pass those exams, then you move into semester 2, what we call Hilary term. So you'll have 6 more subjects: financial reporting, advanced tax, accounting and practice, corporate governance and ethics, advanced financial management, and performance measurement. And again, you'll have exams at the end of that as well. So once you've done your Hilary term exams, you're basically done, because we don't have any dissertation or thesis or anything like that. So the program lasts more or less approximately 8 months, from the beginning of Michaelmas term to the end of your exams in Hilary term. Now, at the bottom of that slide, you can see some of our accreditation partners. So the program has significant exemptions and accreditation, and we'll talk a little bit more about that in a moment. Okay, just to drill down a little bit in some of the topics, some of the subjects that you'll be studying. So financial accounting. Financial accounting takes a kind of a historical view. It's my own area, actually. I'll be teaching that. So you prepare and analyze accounts for a range of entities, sole traders, partnerships, and groups. Management accounting takes a more forward perspective. So where financial accounting is historically focused, management accounting looks forward, decision-making, budgeting, performance measurement. So management accounting, I think sometimes students get confused between the two. Management accounting is for, I suppose, an internal audience of managers, whereas financial accounting is more for external readers, such as shareholders, regulators, competitors, governments, etc. Okay, financial management, that's sometimes called corporate finance. So you'll be looking at investment appraisal. Where should we put our money, basically? Finance, where do we get our money? Every investment needs to be financed. So finance could be going to the bank for what we call debt or bondholders. Could be going to shareholders for equity, or using your own money. We call that retained earnings. That's equity as well. Dividend policy, mergers and acquisitions. You'll do a lot of tax, income tax, corporation tax, which is effectively income tax for companies. VAT, capital gains tax, and then some of the softer skills such as liaising with clients, liaising with the revenue commissioners, with the tax authorities. Our tax lecturer is actually a practitioner, so she has lots of experience in those kinds of things that you might not necessarily see in a textbook. So we think that's helpful to students. Audit. Well, the auditors check on what everybody else is doing, really, don't they? Particularly they check on the financial accountants. So the auditors have a plan. They engage in risk measurements. They check the internal controls of whoever they're auditing. And their work culminates in what's called an audit report. And then you'll also do a module called Accounting and Practice. That's actually delivered by our colleagues at Grant Thornton. So accounting and practice, some of the things you learn there, they're topics that are important but aren't necessarily picked up in the other subject areas. So for instance, Excel, presentation skills, client communication, accounting-based research. Okay, so who's going to be teaching you all of these subjects? You'll have faculty that are qualified accountants. They could be ACA, ACCA, etc. Lots of them have experience of what we call the Big Four, so KPMG, PwC, EY, Deloitte. So because our faculty are practitioners and are qualified accountants, they can teach you more than what's just in the textbook. They can kind of bring to bear the more, commercial skills as well, and business acumen and business know-how, which we think is really important for our students, that they get to engage with faculty that have experienced, I suppose, the real world of accounting. Okay, accounting students don't normally need motivation to study, but just in case you do, we have student internships and prizes. So EY will offer internships to 2 of the highest placed students across the entire programme. EY also sponsor cash prizes of €250 each for the highest placed students in the audit and corporate governance and ethics modules. Grant Thornton sponsor a cash prize of $250 for the highest placed student in accounting and practice, and Irish Tax Institute sponsor a cash prize for the highest placed student in the taxation module. So there's lots of prestige and honour associated with winning those prizes. So, we want students to, fulfil their potential and go as far as they can. So offering these prizes is one way of kind of encouraging students to engage as much as possible with the programme and with their studies. Okay, and just a little bit on accreditation and exemption. So the programme is fully accredited by ACCA, which means that no other programme in the world offers more exemptions to graduates. So let's talk a little bit about the exemption situation for ACCA. So graduates that don't have a postgrad diploma in accounting would normally have to do 13 exams. ACCA students that are graduates of Trinity's postgrad diploma in accounting get lots of exemptions. They get exempt from effectively 9 modules, and therefore only have to do 4 of these modules rather than the full 13 that they would normally have to do. So that makes life a little bit easier for you when you come out of our program and enter into the world of professional accounting, so to speak. Chartered Accountants Ireland, that's the professional body that I'm a member of, and the Associate Director as well, Seamus Crosby. So Chartered Accountants Ireland have got 3 levels of exams. They call them CAP 1, CAP 2 and FAE. Our graduates get full exemption from CAP 1, so basically can move straight into CAP 2 and hopefully thereafter the FAE, and once you pass the FAE you are a Chartered Accountant. Just one more word on exemptions then. CIMA, the Management Accounting Institute, so we get lots of exemptions for our graduates as well from their exams. We also have exemption and accreditation arrangements with other important stakeholders such as CPA Ireland and the Irish Tax Institute. So I hope that is helpful. Please feel free to check out the website and for the full admission requirements and related information. Feel free to contact us as well with any more queries. And other than that, I look forward to seeing you soon, hopefully on the program. So thank you very much.